Hey y'all, this is just a simple gear update, short video. I don't want to waste time during my in the bush videos explaining this, so I thought I'd do with any of my bigger purchases or more complex items. I'll do these little gear review videos. First we need to have a step 2. Ooh! Alright, let's get to it. So, Black Friday purchase here. Got a good deal on this bad boy. This is the Delta, or the Ecoflow Delta 1300. They call these solar generators, power stations, whatever you want to call it. It's a giant battery pack is what it is. And so we're going to get in close here, and I'm going to show you just what this thing can do. So here we are zoomed into the display panel, and as you can see, the battery is at 77%. It can run 99 hours, plus 99 is the size it'll go, but it can run 99 hours with nothing plugged into it, or presumably longer. It has 0 wattage going in, because I'm not charging it right now. It has 0 wattage going out. You can charge this 3 different ways. One is just plug it into a wall, and it takes less than 2 hours to fully charge. 2 is to use solar panels, and 3 is to plug it into your car's cigarette lighter. Okay, let's start out on the DC output side of this thing. This thing has USB outputs for like phone chargers and whatnot. So I have a bunch of random stuff here that I use in the bush, and we'll start plugging things in. I have the DC power on, and this is my little fan that I sleep by. So as you can see, that's going to use 3 watts and does not affect. It can charge this fan for over 99 hours. So many nights worth of charges on that fan. This is my little Bluetooth speaker. We'll plug this guy in, and the wattage output didn't even change. Okay, let's plug in a headlamp. Okay, I got 2 of these. These are rechargeable LED headlamps that I use. That bumped us up to 5 watts. And let's plug the other one in. And that bumped us up to 10 watts. For some reason, I noticed that earlier. The other headlamp pulls more juice. Anyway, you can also charge your phone, and whatever else. So that's the DC side. Now I know you're excited to get into the AC side, so let's get to it. So on the back side of the Ecoflow, you get 6 AC outlets, 110 AC outlets. They do have holes for a ground plug. So I have some different household items plugged in here. Let's start with lighting. Let's turn this around here so that you can see the screen. And let's start with an LED bulb in this lamp here. So this is an LED household light bulb. It literally does not even register a single watt, which is really cool. Okay, let's turn this one off. I mean, this means that I can light my cabin with LED bulbs and not even hardly bump this battery down. This lamp over here in the back has a CFL bulb in it. So, one of those curly Q ones, compact fluorescent. Anyway, turn it on. This is registering 12 watts, and it's saying it's bouncing between 66 and 71. It's an approximation, I'm sure, but 66 hours of run time for this CFL bulb. Now, if I add this lamp to it, it bumps it up to 22 watts. So I'm guessing this one by itself is just not enough to trigger it. But anyway, still 39 hours of runtime with the 2. We'll say 37 because it's wanting to say that. Okay, so Lamps, you can run them for a really long time. Fans. I always sleep by a fan. So let's check out a couple fans that I got here. This is the one that I keep beside my bed here at home. And we're just going to put it on low. Okay. On low, it is registering 29 watts. And it's saying I can run it for 29 hours. On medium, it's registering 54 watts. And it's saying I can run it for 15 hours. Now, little disclaimer here. This thing's on 77%. I don't have it fully charged. So, if it was fully charged, the runtime would obviously be longer. Let's put it on high just for the heck of it. Now, this fan really puts out a lot on high. I mean, it puts out some wind. 75 watts, which is actually a lot. And it'll run that for only 11 hours. So, if you had to sleep with this on high all night, it would run this thing down pretty good. But let's see what this box fan back here does to the situation. Let's just put it on low first. And on low, the box fan is using 51 watts, 16 hours runtime. Let's do medium. Okay, 60 watts or so, 14 hours runtime. Let's do high. Box fan on high, 12 hours or so. Actually, the box fan uses less energy on high than this does. And another side note, the blue fan that I use for camping actually uses the least amount of watts. I've measured it on here, and it'll run it for like 40 hours. Okay, so here's another device, a common device that I might want to use, is my DeWalt drill battery charger for like when I'm working on the cabin. So this thing goes to sleep after a few minutes. Okay, so 0 usage right now. Let's plug a battery in and see what happens. Okay, battery's on charge, and it's using 32 watts. So 26, 27 hours. Plenty of charges on that. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I have a vacuum cleaner down there. So let's vacuum the carpet and see what kind of energy the vacuum cleaner pulls. Okay, back to 0. Kick it. I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a big spike there. Okay. So it's using 900 and some watts. We can run the vacuum for 53 minutes. I'm not sure if you all noticed, but there was a huge spike there when I turned the vacuum on. I was surprised. It went like up over 2,000 watts. This thing is supposed to be rated to take spikes of up to 3,300 watts, I believe. So certain things kicking on, it'll take quite a spike, but it will not sustain that kind of wattage. It's rated for, I believe, 1,800 watts max with a 3,300 watt peak. It'll take that 3,300 watts for just a few seconds and then it'll trip. Anyway, as you can see, this thing is going to be a huge asset to my camping trips where there's not electricity provided. Places I can go, like when I'm vamping and different things. This opens up a whole new world of possibilities for me. This is also going to be the way that I power my cabin. I am going to get some solar panels too to help keep it topped off. So you can plug solar panels into it through the sunny part of the day and kind of keep it topped off. So it's a pretty cool device, and I'm excited. It's also a great home backup. It will power a refrigerator. So it'll power a refrigerator for 2 or 3 days if you have a lower energy usage fridge. I've got the fridge plugged into it now, just to show you the light's on. But the thing is, the fridge is not running right now, so it's showing 0 wattage being drawn. When it kicks on, it's showing about 800 watts. And it says it'll only go for an hour. But your fridge only runs in small increments, so it's hard to say exactly how long it would run the fridge. So, this thing is a very practical device. And I got a good deal on it for Black Friday. So I'm super excited to incorporate this into the campouts. So on my In the Bush series, you're going to see me using this quite a lot. And we'll probably be testing it out on some different things. Oh, one other thing I about forgot. Rope light. Let's see how it does. This is an LED rope light, and it is registering 0 watts. So this is pretty cool. That will really brighten up a campsite. So all in all, so far, I've had it about 2 weeks, and I haven't really had a chance to play around with it a whole lot, but so far, I really like it. A couple other things I plugged into it. I plugged my crock pot into it, and it'll actually run my crock pot for 9 hours on low. Or, excuse me, that was on high. It'll run it for like 18 hours on low. I think it's ready to take it out into the bush and give it a try. Real quick, I want to show you this because this is a really cool feature. So, I'm in my studio editing videos, and it's storming outside, and the power's already flicked off once. So, I plug my Ecoflow into the wall there, and I plug my computer, my whole computer system in to the Ecoflow. And now, what happens is it bypasses the internal batteries inside the Ecoflow. It bypasses the batteries and feeds straight electricity from the wall to my computer. But here's the cool part. If the electricity flicks off again, in a fraction of a second, in just a few milliseconds, this thing will convert over to battery power and continue running my computer. So that way I don't risk losing anything or damaging my computer if the power goes off. So this is really, really cool. Okay, so the Ecoflow, you've seen what it can do on the output side. Now let me show you what it can do on the input side. So I did a lot of research before making this purchase, because whenever I purchase a larger object, I always do a lot of research on it first. One of the notable things about this brand is the fact that it charges insanely fast. So I'm going to plug it in here, and this sucker's going to kick in gear. Now, it's at 76%. It's going to kick in gear and start spooling up here, and it will show you how much charge time is left. This thing, and it'll show you what the input wattage is. It's going up and up and up. 500, 600, 700. So it's cranking in about 700 watts at the moment. And it's going to take it 36 minutes to charge the rest of the way up. That is unbelievable. I mean, that is just plain awesome. So thanks for tuning in. And this is the gear update on the Ecoflow Delta 1300. We're going to take this thing on some camping trips and see what it's got.